That scared and surprised most of us during the week. Barrister Biya was shocked, and we felt that we should bring it in this, in this today's broadcast. So after enduring 5 months in captivity, one would have thought that the Idabato Colonial Divisional Officer Ewane Roland would resign immediately after his release, especially as his freedom was considered a miracle. Shockingly, he has been reassigned to Nguamo in La Republique du Cameroon's central region. Now, this transfer, occurring as the colonial nations approaches its presidential election, is a confirmed calculated move by the ruling party. But still, Ewane Roland, who chose to side with strangers over his brothers, has been positioned in an interior village. The colonial government has reminded him of the place of Amazonians, meddling with them. They belong to the bush. Ewane Roland, who served as the colonial divisional officer for Idabato, was abducted on the 1st of October 2024. He was taken along with a staff member of the Idabato Council in the Indian Atlantic Zone, an area within the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. The Yaoundé administration maintained that pirates operating from neighboring Nigeria carried out the abduction. However, on the 14th of October 2024, a group identified as Dragon Fighter Marine publicly claimed responsibility for the kidnapping via a social media post. During his captivity, the severity of his situation became apparent. Reports and brief footage indicated the harsh condition he faced, showing him pleading for assistance to secure a ransom. Would want the technicians to also play that clip just for others to see. But in response to the abduction, Bernard Okalai Bilai, the governor of the Southwest, issued a 72-hour period for the release of the official and the council staff. He also suspended social and economic activities in Idabato following a meeting to address the situation. Biya's government claimed it engaged in diplomatic discussions with Nigerian authorities through the Nigerian Council General in Biya. Ewane Roland eventually regained his freedom in March 2025. That is, after 5 months held by his captors. 4 months following his release, the colonial authorities have now transferred him to Nguamo, a location within the Mefo El Akano division of her central region. On the other hand, critics believe the timing of this transfer is a confirmed political move because La Republique du Cameroon is moving towards its presidential election in October 2025. Biya is clearly aiming to position individuals or narratives in ways that serve his electoral agenda. To observers, he's transferred to an interior region like Nguamo, away from the more prominent coastal, a major administrative center, is also interpreted as a subtle yet potent message from the regime. For Amazonians, it reinforces a perception that regardless of their position or ordeal, the colonial administration reserves a specific place for them, often away from central influence, thus indirectly mocking their aspirations for greater inclusion and recognition. The divisional officer's acceptance of this transfer and his continued presence within the administrative structure is seen as allowing himself to be used as an instrument against his own people. Ewane Roland's acceptance of this offer would be considered a betrayal of the trust of the Southern Cameroons, who advocated the most, pouring in sweat and blood to see that he was released alive. On this show, Barrister Biya also tried his best in several ways to advocate, but Barrister Biya was shocked on Thursday to hear that he went back to the colonial government, and Barrister Biya felt that, of course, this is a pure political move. But this is also what Dr. Martin Mungwa has been saying. We have had indications and videos where Amazonians have been seen trying to find themselves into the same election buha and how to get themselves involved. In one of the several audios that Dr. Mungwa has been, giving out, there were times he called names. There were times he had proofs, evidence, and showed videos. And there were times we've also shown video. While we all agree, well, I'm sure Barrister Fu agrees as well. But let's just take one audio that confirms what Barrister and Dr. Martin Munga has been saying, and then we can merge and marry them together and set agenda and set it clear on what La République du Cameroon is trying to do.